All right, it's been a couple weeks. First thing I want to say is a huge thank you to everyone that watched the videos. I mean, I was expecting maybe 500 views on the first one and some of those to maybe trickle to the second one, but the second video broke 12,000 views and the first one's over 8,000. I've gained like 200 subscribers. So whether you're here for 1 minute or you somehow get through an entire video, I really appreciate it. And I hope you keep watching because we're finally getting to the fun parts of the build. We're assembling. All the machining is done. But it's been a couple weeks because I did not like the surface finish from the hone job I did. Checked it with the profilometer and the readings were a little too high for what I'm shooting for. So I had to get it back in the hone, and over the last couple weeks I haven't had a lot of time. I get up at 4 in the morning to come here and work on my stuff before we start the day, and sometimes stay late like I'm doing today. And last couple weeks I haven't had a lot of time. So here's a little update, and we'll just get right into it. If you don't know what a profilometer is, it's this thing. There's a little bitty needle, can't get it to focus, can sort of see it, little needle, and this thing moves back and forth and scrapes the surface of your bore or your heads if you're testing for MLS gaskets, things of that nature. But it gives you a multitude of readings that obviously they need to be within some sort of spec. And the first job I did, I just wasn't happy with it. I spoke with probably the most knowledgeable honing man in the world, Ed Keebler, and he gave me some tips, some pointers, better readings to go after. So do it back in the hone. That took a little bit. Got that knocked out, and we did finally get the crank balanced up. So it started out, that was probably 8 hours of work in itself that really delayed progress. But I think on the rear, it was 156 grams out, which is crazy. The front was 56 or so, and I got it dialed in within 3 grams front to rear. So I'm very proud of that. A lot of grinding work and hand work, and hopefully this thing will love 7,500 RPM. But that's the update for the block. We got the rings ground or gapped, sorry. Everything's gapped, ready to go. Going a little wider, 20 and 22 on the top and second ring, just to make sure with that expansion, when we're running through a 40-minute race, balls to the wall, this thing should be all right. But King Racing bearings in them, ARP rod bolts, ARP main bolts, and we're gonna get some head studs from ARP as well. Here's a little update, and it is tiny, but this is the M21 Muncie that I picked up. It's already got a Hurst shifter on it. It was supposedly rebuilt recently, but we'll see about that. I need one more shift linkage for the 3 to 4 up there, and it'll be ready. I have a bell housing that needs to get cleaned up. I will break this thing open and run through it just to make sure it's ready to rock. But besides that, kind of dials it in for the full install once this is together. But that leads me to heads, which this is going to be a pain because I need to clean up all of these surfaces inside and on the runners. Need to clean up the intake because somebody screwed with this already. That'll be the next project. Once we get this thing short blocked and get the rods in it, then I'll move on to the heads and the assembly. The Crowler cam is on the way. Once I get it here, I'll go over the specs if anybody's curious. But they're saying the power band should be from 2,800 RPM up to 7,500 plus, which these 880 blocks, I don't even know if it'll be able to take it. We'll see. I'm hoping for 550, and we'll go from there. We also got to get the old Holly Sniper dialed in, but now it's time to I'll put y'all on a time lapse, and we'll get these rods and pistons in. done. Rotates perfectly. Really happy with that. Let's move on to the driver's side. All right, well, that went awesome. It rotates smoothly. There's no marks from the rings. So my filing job is good. Everything is smooth. I'm extremely excited, if you can't tell. It's been a lifelong dream to do this job. And the fact that I am getting to do every single step on my own for my own race car is unexplainable. I can't put it into words, so I hope everybody wants to follow along, because I'm really videoing just to laugh at this shit in 30 years. But I am working on getting an actual camera set up, because if you can see, this 460 big block crank was my my phone stand for the underneath view. But I'm working on a mic, working on a better camera, maybe a couple stands or something like that. If y'all want to keep watching, I'll try and improve things. I suck at editing also, so I apologize, but I'm very excited. This was a huge step. The fact that we're assembling is very, very exciting, and we're getting into the fun stuff, like I said. We'll move into the heads next and get them together. I'll get them cleaned up. That's all boring stuff. Nobody wants to watch me run a Dremel on all this stuff, but once they're done, we'll do another video on getting them installed. But for now, once again, I appreciate the views, and I hope you watch the next one.